Welcome to BNI Mid America TV, where you can learn more to earn more and get more from your BNI membership. Today's show is the New Member Spotlight with your host, Marcel Brown.
And welcome back to the BNI Mid America New Member Spotlight Show. I am your host, Marcel Brown, the most trusted name in technology, and also the regional coordinator for the New Member Experience in BNI Mid America. And today I'm happy to have William Frost. He is the co-founder of Evergreen Property Inspectors. Welcome, William.
Hey, thanks for having me, Marcel. This is a real honor. I appreciate it.
Well, no problem. Glad to have you. So, William, let's just talk a little bit about your business. Property Inspector sounds pretty straightforward, but tell me a little bit about what you do specifically in your business is different.
Oh, yeah. So residential and commercial property inspectors, I think something that sets our team apart really is our willingness to listen to what a client is really going for. A new home buyer is vastly different from an experienced home investor. And so understanding what their needs are and then being able to tailor the report or the inspection to what their needs are. So it's communication, kind of listening, asking questions, and then being able to understand that they have goals and we're trying to help them meet their goals.
Yeah, it's very similar to what I do in technology. So it's great to hear that. So we'll come back to your business here in a little bit and ask you about some very specific connections you'd like to get. But before we get that, let's talk about your BNI experience. So how long have you been in BNI?
Since December of last year. So I knew about BNI for decades, probably. So I've worked in a number of different businesses doing sales, marketing, operations management, and I've always known about BNI. I would attend a few different meetings and just think, well, that's just not for me. And then because I was so new, I was so experienced, I didn't understand the power of professional organized networking. And I thought, I can save money by just joining this sort of group that's kind of like networking, but you don't have dedicated members that are really trying to build a relationship for networking. And as I became more experienced, became more educated, and it worked inside sales and marketing for a longer period, I realized that this is not like something that you sort of do for your business. It's like the key to success of your business. So I looked back at BNI, and it was exactly what I was looking for. I knew that I needed some professional networking organization for a couple different things. Build out my own network because I need referrals for my business. I have a lot of clients that need help. So as a home inspection business, man, there's a ton of different things that they need repaired. And we've just gone through a couple of years where vendors in the industry have gone through a lot of turnover. So some people that were my reliable resources in the past are no longer there. So you have to have a fresh resource list to turn people over to. So that's kind of the second thing, help my business, help my customers. The third thing was educate myself. So keep learning. So I have an MBA, right? So I have $80,000 in educational stuff that I put in. None of them talked about networking, about learning. The resources at BNI are truly amazing. That's worth the cost of the membership alone. The BNI University, the podcast, the learning from other people. So I'm going on too long about this, Marcel. Sorry, but I'm kind of passionate about BNI because I really enjoy it. But I'm practicing every week. I'm practicing my elevator pitch. I was an insurance agent for 10 years. And you always go to these meetings, they're like, you really need to practice your elevator pitch. I never really did it, right? Because as soon as you go home from that meeting, you just don't focus on it. At BNI, I'm doing that every week. Oh, and how that really helps me, this will be my last tangent, is because when I'm meeting with a customer and I want to talk about myself, I'm no longer nervous about me and how am I presenting myself and my company. That subconscious is already going out. It's just automated inside my brain. Here's my elevator pitch. So I can listen to you. I can ask you what it is that you need and learn more about you. And so it's handling all of those networking, marketing, how do we connect type skills is something that you learn in BNI. That educational is just, to me, it's phenomenal. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, good. Well, that was quite a bit of an answer, but it was great, and this really speaks a lot about BNI, and it's interesting, your story. And I think, I'd love to hear more about it outside the context of this spotlight, but that's a really good, I think, lesson for anyone that's thinking of joining BNI or maybe is new and is wondering, is it going to be long term for them? Everything you've just said, the longer you're in it, the better you're going to get at it. And so you've only been in since December, so it's not even a year yet, a few months shy of a year, but you're loving it and all that. So I'm glad to hear that. So tell us your chapter, because obviously you're having a great time in this chapter.
Oh yeah. So I was at a real estate event, and the president of our chapter, Kathy McKenzie, came up and just said, "Hey, she needs a home inspector in her BNI group." And she's just been a terrific resource. So there's different leaders within each chapter, different roles that the different people play. And if you play together as a team and really help each other out, your chapter can grow. And by having that growth, you're just building your referral network. So Premier Results, if you guys want to join us, Tuesday mornings, 7 a.m. It's a good organization and a good chapter.
And I understand that you've, as a new member, have already contributed as part of the visitor host team. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, there's some people that, pull the wagon a little bit harder than others. And when I saw that Kathy really had all this burden on her back, she was carrying quite a heavy pack. It just inspires you to jump in and try and help. So I jumped in with the visitor host role, which is exciting. You get to introduce when people want to visit the chapter. You reach out to them, help them feel welcome, and greet them when they come into the meeting. So it's a very small part of the chapter organization, but it's a fun one.
Right. And I think most of us that have been in BNI a long time would argue it's actually not a small role. It's a huge role. And this is why we encourage every member in the chapter to act as a unofficial visitor host if they're not part of the official visitor host team. But it is absolutely critically important, because as you get visitors and guests into the chapter, you want to make them feel welcome. You want to make them feel wanted. And if you do that and you show them a good time in the meeting, the odds of them being interested to join go up quite a bit. So it's actually extremely important role. And I think another lesson we can take from that is even new members can jump in and be productive and be helpful to the chapter by doing things like being a visitor host and that sort of thing. So good to hear you're involved with that already. And certainly I know you've been active in the region as well, because I've met you at a variety of different events, and certainly you joined in the middle of the pandemic. So most of it's been online, but it shows that the online platform can also be extremely effective in networking. So now you've already given us a great BNI story about your experience already, but is there any particular BNI success story you'd like to share?
I think it's just being an active participant in your own success. BNI helps facilitate that. So when I first joined, you're so busy learning all the different roles and how the organization works and where the different resources are. And during that time, you become a little bit, oh my gosh, I'm just overwhelmed with things. But once you get a handle on how the system works, you can use it very easily to network with other groups throughout the region. So I don't know if we have like 50 or more chapters within the St. Louis Mid America region. If you visit one of those per week or per month or whatever your time allows, you're connecting with that many more people. So being proactive in getting into the educational material, talking to other people within the organization and learning how can I make BNI work for me and help my business become more profitable, more successful. As the tools are there, you just have to be proactive and take advantage of it. And that was a great thing for me, for our company.
Yeah, that's says a lot. The tools, the resources are there. BNI as a global organization is, I believe, 36 or 37 years old, somewhere right around there. And it's been, that long of curating all this information and seeing what works out there in the world and bringing it back and sharing it with the rest of the organization. So yes, the resources are there. Take advantage of them. The BNI Business Builder is just a wealth of knowledge, plus tap into your chapter, tap into your region, all the expertise that's been here, because our region's been around since the mid 90s. So about 25, 26 years, somewhere in there, that our region here has been around. So there's some people that have had a lot of experience in that. So great idea there, William. So to wrap up, William, why don't you tell us some of the connections that you're really specifically looking to make that can help you grow your business?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Real estate agents. That's a big referral resource for us, especially realtors that are doing 40 or more transactions per year. They want a trusted resource that's going to do the job that they're hired to do, have good, efficient systems and save them time. And that's what we've really positioned our company to be, a good resource for realtors, mortgage professionals, and commercial real estate agents and commercial lenders. So those are good resources for us, and we work really hard to be a good resource for them.
Or do you work only in a particular area?
St. Louis, we'd like to stick within 60 to 80 miles of the arch. With that being said, if we're working for an agent and they want us to go up to Quincy, Illinois, we'll go up to Quincy. But St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, Madison County, Illinois, and St. Clair County, Illinois. So within 70 miles of the arch.
Sure. The St. Louis metro area sounds good to me. So very good. All right, William. Well, thanks again for being on. And again, I would say congratulations on being a new member. And it sounds like you're going to be in BNI a long time. So we'll be seeing you around, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, Marcel, you've just been a wonderful resource yourself. So at that new member orientation and all the different educational programs and onboarding programs you have, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for us.
Well, you are very welcome. Thank you again, William. And this has been the BNI Mid America New Member Spotlight Show. Again, I'm your host, Marcel Brown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
For more information on how BNI can help you build your business, book your complimentary consultation with Virginia Moose-Keith at discoverbnimidamerica.com. BNI Mid America TV is brought to you by the Bergman Insurance Group, your trusted source for Medicare information, education, and enrollment. Be sure to check out the show notes for additional information on how to contact today's host or guest about their business, and thanks for watching.